Matangofia tupe mawale atunu uia na tupe whaaso soe pe na whaalau no as a reporti na tuina mai le so. Ma nai a tamu whainga Amerika Samoa i taalonga a whaavao malo lo whaia pia i le so. Ma ufofua nisi o whainga nuenga le paka whaasao mo le awina tui maui so swani i le mua pe tulai mai Hawaii. O te whaatalo whātu le mai mō tāpua ai o su tātua tunu o le nei aso, whaatalo whātu tal tonu sa so longa le nei le nei aso i whiau ma whaiva ma tiu te fo i sa whaapena whengai ma lea tunu ma lora soifua. O tātu tala nei mai lau KVZK mo muantu le nei a whiawhila mai ai o le tausanga whaala tupe lea tunu le lua awhi lua sifuruma lua le mai e lea so tolu sifuru se tema o le tausanga lava lea. O le a whai o tupe whaau popo e lima sifulono tesi maletasi miliona whaatusa i le tausanga o tea. O lea tupe whaau popo e maua e tele pe a fuafua i le lima tesi maliva miliona na whaititi ai tupe na maua i le tala o le tupe. Is a report pe o na tuina mai e le Larson and Company o ni Suetusi Utah. O lo ta uai o tupe whaasilia mafo mai tupe maua le malo sa whaapea o naoina le na mawai le pea male se lau luas fu maletolu tesi maletolu miliona whaatusa le fitus fu maliva tesi maletasi miliona mai le tausanga o tea. O tupe whaalu e se lau malewha tesi maliva miliona tala whaatusa le le whaas furuiva tesi maletasi miliona sa iai le tausanga o tuanai. I le tausanga atoa o le a whai o tupe whaalu mo atina e mga luenga whaatino le atunu u. E wha se lau i was fumal fitu tesi male 5 miliona o se wha siringa lea e pea male se lau male 3 miliona tā la mai le tausanga mo mua o tupe mai le federale o la fonga le loto i whale wha pe mai si tupe maua le malo sa visoso ani tele mo le wha tupe ina o nei ngā ruenga sa wha atino ina. O tupe maua mai mlewa alele o no fuanga tosi waa mai isi atina e na mawai le wha siringa e 3 miliona tā la fua le fitsa lau ma le rua afe de lea wha pena maua mai le tausanga mo mua. Mo le teimu mo le tala wha asoropito le atunu o le nei wha angatama le tai le International Wha Federation ua ausia i e Amerika Samoa sa tūlanga mawae e ala le manu malo i le pini apa me mea. O le nei wha moe o lo wha tautai e pia e siria ma le tolu sa furu atunu o lo awai le nei wha moe. I se saunoanga le lii a James Tamasese lo taita ia le au malanga mai Amerika Samoa na ia saunoa e tusai masui o Amerika Samoa lo awai atu le nei tauwanga. E pena tā ue le lii a James e le o whaavevai tamu whainga Amerika Samoa i whainga me le tai. O le so le na whaalau lo mai le vaenga le paka whaasau te ono nisi o lana au whainga luenga la atu o le atunu u le astofi nei. E fsoswani ngā luenga la vea e lo whai e Hawaii le teimi i le teimi nei o no le afi u whaapeo na whaatama i ai le tele o vaenga o Maui. I se whainga whaapaanga ma le Hawaii Volcano National Park o sui ma le vaenga o le paka whaasau mai Amerika Samoa. Na whaiani au onga whaapetoa e ala i awala e ao ona whaatinoina mo lo fo ia o whaalora tutupu whaafosei. E o mai le so o se lau maleono le au whai o tangata i Maui ua maa le liu ma le ruafe o le ini mea no whai. I se pepo whaamatalanga me le ofisa le paka whaasau na tā uai o sui o le ofisa o le amalanga i Hawaii wa mai au na whaia uma la tu wa o onga ma to le ninga tala whengai mo le whaalawelawe i Hawaii o sui o le ofisa le atu ua le atu no ue Alfie Ronald Amperosa, le Tufia Ili, Ramsey Malia, Emmet Suakalio, Pentatugvaki ma Anthony Wyberski. O lea ua whaauno le kampania le Starcase le lato reporti wa ta ua le statutory report tu sai ma le whaalawelawe lea na awhia se tasi o mawhine o lo ngalua le kampani a le vai aso na te nei. O se whaamauninga lea mai se sui o le vaenga le Starcase na tala no i lau KVZK. E tu sai la ma le tulafono wha le malo e te tau le kampani o na whaaulu se lato reporti e tu tono le sa fulu aso mai le ASCOM. E peo na awinatu mo mua i tala lau KVZK e luas fultasi tausanga o le tamaitai na motu tu sia ona ta mai lima se tu lo le na fa atinoi nai tonga fitinga le mau tanga ngase o se tasi officer senior minus star case na ia fa aido de KVZK o le masini video le na pe na watula i mai se fa le tonu ana toyola ma la ve ai lo le lima o le nei te mai tai. I nisi o tala e siria ma le wha whetā la le tau a whae o ni mea alofa na wha pēna au winātu o le Panamax Pacific i le mautangasa ngasi o le LBJ o nā bikini po diapers a le whana witi wha pē ma tangata mātutua na tu ina atu le mautangasa ngasi lea pēa ma le valu sa fulu pusa o isi vaenga na au winātu o feminine pads mo tinai le potu whailele e pēa ma le lua sa fulu pusa o nisi o loa sa mawhai o na fua ina e au whiai pauta po o whasimoli e wha mamai nai lava lava wha tase ma pusa vai inu o se tasi o tōtino ma le company le Panamax le tamaitai a Kathleen Ovales o ia lea sa whai masui o le Panamax e tau au inatu lea fua i taua i le whaton sila le mautangasa ngasa ia Dr. Akapusi Landua i le vai aso na te nei. Whatasi atoi foi ma tai sinia o tamaitai tau si soifua mo le tau limaina o lea fuai mai le Panamax. Tātou tala mai a pia, e uira tō tele o le atino o tarusanga mo le mawhai ai e tangata Samoa lo o lalai fafo o na palota. Ai pe tai se reporti al komisio su e ngā Samoa na whiri e whaatinoina lea tūlanga. E le te tau na tupu lea tūlanga ai whaawopea o na whaatino le whainga o lo iai nei. Le na o tangata i tutono Samoa e palota. E pe ona reportia le newspaper le Samoa Observer. O le teimi nei e mawhai e sosa Samoa o na restaura e palota a ia malanga i Samoa e whaatinoa i lana palota. I le teimi o whaanga solo le whaatalanoina o lea mata upu na talusanga ina ia le tō tele le komisi na ia sile se awala e mawhai e ona whaatanga tangata Samoa lo o lala i fafo e palota ai pitai e le i tania ina le komisi le tulanga o no le tulanga le nei e tō tele au tangata Samoa lo o lala i fafo Samoa ma le whaatanga ai o i lātou e palota e ono avea ma tulanga e whai mai e fafo ato Samoa le whaatino ino ngā ruenga le malo ai maise o le tu ai ngā malo e whaafoina Samoa. Ia ma le tātou tala ma le Pasifika le vai aso nei le na whelua e Solomona sui o le vaenga whaai le Republican e toa lua ma sui e tasi o le Pāti Komunisi a Saina whaatese ma sui le tuainga o le tuangai a Solomona o se vaenga le malanga le Pasifika le foi e au fiai ma malanga i Australia. E le ima se avano le au malanga le Palemi o Solomona ia mona se songa vare e pe o na whaalia i sa newspaper mai tutonu lava o Solomona. O sui o le vaenga le Republican sa awai lea malanga e le ima se whanotanga ma le Palemia e au fiai Neil Dunn o Florida ma au mua amata o Amerika Samoa. E lo le mafuanga o le whelua e le au malanga ma le Palemia a le vaiaso na so ai na umai a lea malanga na mawai se whelua inga le Palemia o Solomona ma le Presidente o Saina ia Xi Jinping. Ia, o se mele mai moa le tātou reporti le tau mo Amerika Samoa le nei e fiafi. Ia o tala nā me nā tupu lo watunu o le nei aso e talitonu la tomo atu seisi o whaapoponga ia tātou tala i mea lo tupu i Amerika Samoa i le aso a tai au la whaisina malolonga pupu ato tali mai ia na winatu leo tātou tala i ngana Peritania. You're watching the news from KVZK TV. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll give you your news in English. Stay with us. As of September 30, 2022, the territory's total net position of the primary government increased by $56.1 million. For the first time in the history of the International Va'a Federation, American Samoa has received a medal. And a team of 6 local National Park Services agents will be deployed to Hawaii tomorrow to assist with the ongoing fire in Maui that has killed over 100 people. Talofa, you're watching the news from KVZK. Thanks for joining us. At the end of the fiscal year 2022, ending September 30, 2022, the territory's total net position of the primary government increased by $56.1 million from the prior year. The increase was significant over the preceding year's decrease of $5.9 million. This is outlined in the latest audit report prepared by Larson & Company, certified public accountants based in Utah. According to the report, the significant increase was attributed to another rise in revenues of $123.3 million compared to the prior year's addition of $79.1 million and a substantial increase in expenses of $104.9 million compared to the prior year's increase of $49.1 million. During the year, the territory's expenses for governmental activities totaled $497.5 million, in an increase of $103.7 million from the prior year. Federal program revenues, local taxes and fees, other general revenues and bond proceeds primarily funded expenditures, according to the report. In the territory's business-type activities, which include the airport, industrial park, and shipyard authority, program revenues exceed expenses by $3 million compared to the increase of $702,000 from the prior year. As of September 30, 2022, the General Fund reported a cumulative net balance of $48.1 million compared to the prior year's $25.5 million. The improvement was due to a surplus in 2022 of $22.6 million. Since 2012, ASG, under the Lolo Lemanu administration, has recorded a year-end surplus in the General Fund for 9 of the 10 fiscal years. American Samoa's team has won a bronze in the men's singles at the International Va'a Federation, or the IVF, World Distance Championship for the first time in the history of this tournament. Held in Apia, Samoa, more than 30 countries participates in this event. James Tamasese spoke on behalf of the American Samoa team with KVZK via phone and elaborated on their efforts.
We've had 3 races so far. The first race was the Open Men. So I was represented by one of our Pongo players from Flint Coconut. He did really well, but he didn't make it to the finish of the race. And then the second race was myself. We for the Masterman 40s, and I came 15th in that race. And then we had a race today with John Geki in the V1. These are all single man races, and he got a bronze medal. I understand this is the first world's medal that we've ever got, yeah, in the world competition for VA. Yeah. So that's a big thing. So you got the bronze medal. And then we have two more races coming up. We have, which is my race on Friday or tomorrow, and that's the Masterman 50. So that's my actual age category. So I'll be racing in that one. And then the women are racing early morning. So for the Master Woman 40 category, so that's the V6 race. That'll be tomorrow.
That was James Tamasese of Team American Samoa speaking to us there from Apia. We'll hear more from James tomorrow. Meanwhile, the National Park of American Samoa announced today that 6 National Park Service fire crew members from American Samoa will be mobilized on Thursday, that's August 17th, to respond to fires throughout the Hawaiian Islands. In partnership with Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, the National Park of American Samoa trains staff and local villages in the skills required to fight fires at home and other areas of the United States. To date, 106 deaths have been recorded by the government of Hawaii, with over 2,000 displaced. According to the statement released by the National Park, this crew had to complete rigorous training and pass a demanding written and physical test to become wildland firefighters. Crew members include Ronald Amperosa, Leuvitia Ili, Ramsey Malia, Emmett Suakalio, Pentateuch Vaki, and Anthony Wyberski, who will depart on Thursday evening from Pangapango American Samoa International Airport. Local government agencies and businesses have wholeheartedly supported this effort by allowing some of their employees to be a part of the National Park Service fire crew and to be absent for this deployment for the next month. Starkiss Samoa has submitted its statutory report regarding the incident involving one of their employees who was injured on the job and lost 2 fingers last week. The Starkiss official confirmed this in response to KVZK News. According to the local statute, the company must submit within 10 days a report from the date of any injury. Also, any additional information concerning the damage and the employee's condition shall be sent by the employer to the Commission at such times and in such manner as the Commission may prescribe. The reports should also include the woman's medical chart to assist the tribunal in her case. As first reported by KVZK, the 21-year-old woman who lost her fingers underwent an emergency operation a few hours after the incident. The surgery was confirmed by the Hospital Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Akapusi Landua, in response to KVZK News. Reports from the cannery workers confirmed the incident. One of the senior workers at the Starkiss said the woman involved is a fish cleaner. The machines were not working, and while she pushed fish down the bin, the machinery started and took 2 of her fingers, said the senior worker. In the spirit of giving back to the community, Panamex Pacific donated goods valued at over $4,000 to the LBJ Tropical Medical Center, from infant diapers to adult diapers of more than 80 cases. Also donated this week were feminine pads for women in labor, close to 20 boxes, and feminine packets. Other donated goods were 250 mini detergent packets and juice boxes. Kathlena Ovalis, an official of Panamex, presented the donation to the hospital's Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Lakapusi Landua, on Monday morning. Senior nurses accompanied Dr. Landua during the intimate ceremony to accept the donation. He assured Panamex the goods would be submitted into their inventory system and they would return the company an account of how the goods will be used at the LBJ. Dr. Landua said the LBJ hospital is grateful for the donation and Panamex's contribution to the hospital's daily operation. Mrs. Ovalis said the company is appreciative of the work of the medical professionals at the LBJ and the contribution would lessen the financial burden of the hospital. In our news from up here, despite calls from public members to allow Samoans overseas to vote from wherever they are during the general elections, the Commission of Inquiry tasked to review the electoral matters had recommended maintaining the current system. Samoa Observer reported that the current system and legislation allow overseas-based Samoans to register in the electoral roll and cast their vote in person in Samoa. During Cabinet's Special Commission of Inquiry consultations, public members appealed to the panel to consider allowing the Samoan diaspora to vote from overseas. However, according to the report compiled, some preferred the existing system whereby they registered and voted in Samoa in person, the report stated. The main concern being articulated was that the population of overseas Samoans outnumbered the local population. It means that the results of the elections would be dictated from overseas, not only at the voter level, but the spread of the MPs and the government makeup. And in our regional news, 2 Republicans from the House of Representatives, one a member of the Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party, met with opposition leaders in the Solomon Islands this week as part of an Indo-Pacific trip that also included a visit to Australia. They could not see the Solomon's Prime Minister, Manasseh Sogavare, according to a press release from the House Committee, which said he was unable to make time in his schedule. Neither the Select Committee nor the 2 officials responded to requests for comment on the reasons provided by the Solomon Islands, and the representatives from the Solomon Islands and the U.S. could not be reached. Representative Neil Dunn of Florida and Aumu Amata of American Samoa made their first trip just weeks after Sogavare met Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing. That's your news and your Pacific news. It's time now to have a look at the weather for American Samoa.